Are you from the Citadel? Where are you headed?
I had a meeting with His Highness. How may I help you?
I am Gilda Crespin. My son Albert went to the Mage Factory and never returned. It was right around the time of the disaster.
I'm sorry, but the Prince informed me all entrances to the Mage Factory are sealed.
Oh, if only someone would hear me out. Yesterday, I was approached by some suspicious people who asked about my son. They said Albert had recently been seen near the Mage's Tower.
In that case, I shall try to find him. He might be of help in my investigation of the Montpetrie disaster.
If you see my Albert, pray tell him his dear mother is in a state of righteous outrage and demands he return home at once. That serpent Ursula bewitched him. First she compelled him to marry her, now she's lured him to the other end of the country. Oh. Find my Albert, and tell that wicked wench Ursula she doesn't deserve my son.
Loyal subjects of the king, in the name of his royal majesty, King Claudius, sovereign of Nostria, defender of the realm, the citizens of this noble city, and our most noble and esteemed guests, we are to let no one from Montpetrie enter Marcella, so as to ward ourselves
Who's that?
from the threat of deadly plague. The Mage Factory. Be wary and be vigilant, for these virtues go hand in hand. Keep your families safe. Don't want here. May his will be unhindered.
Wait a moment. As I recall, you were sent by Prince Adrian. Isn't that right?
Yes, the Prince himself commanded me to carry out an important mission.
There's this delicate business, and its resolution would serve the interests of the crown. Flavius the Wisecracker is missing. He's no ordinary man, but a courtier acting as an assistant to the king, the prince, and the royal counselor Montier himself. Flavius writes their speeches, you see, and the text of their decrees. That man handles words with the agility of a juggler. The magistrates find him very useful indeed. But Flavius has been missing for 3 days now, and I need him urgently. Business of utmost royal importance, I assure you.
Oh, how very unfortunate. But he might come back, right?
He's not particularly young. He recently mentioned he's about to begin his most significant work yet. He spoke of some inconceivable revelations. He seemed agitated as well. He was mumbling something about a swan song, a terrible truth, planning to visit some ancient ruins. I've known Flavius for a long time. Please, find him if you can and bring him back to Marcella. The magistrature will pay you for your trouble, of course. Is your business urgent? Do you require the magistrate's signature? If not, then go away. I'm busy.
We replaced the crystal, but the mana's draining away. What are we doing wrong?
Geomancy-wise, nothing. Is it a problem with the sigils?
I don't think so. It's like...
Could the world be running out of mana?
That's impossible. Mana is an endless resource.
Not everyone thinks so.
Do you believe in that blight nonsense too?
No, bless your soul. But it would explain a lot of things.
Maximus's Wars. Our elder had this book too.
My dear friend, it pains me to see this. What's going on around us?
What do you mean? The epidemic?
Not the epidemic itself. Rather, the soul-crushing powerlessness demonstrated by the authorities.
What are you proposing? A rebellion?
Ah, it's you. We replaced the crystal, but the mana's draining away. What are we doing wrong?
Ah, it's you. Congratulations on your release. Has common sense prevailed after all?
What do you mean?
My name is Gladrin, retired Assistant Chief Justice. The way you were treated is an outrage. To send a person to Crucis without due process. You were accused of poisoning the king, weren't you?
I agree. It's not fair.
Had a thorough investigation been conducted, I'm sure we would have uncovered the true assassins, and justice would have prevailed. For once.
That's a good view.
Fleur, I've never brought anyone to this place before. I want you to be the first.
Valmont, I do like you, but...
Ah, always that blasted but. Yes, it's the dreaded but. But how can there be objections in love?
Love? Oh, you're moving rather quickly now that we speak in private. You invited me here for the picturesque views, and now...
Now you've inflamed my heart.
We replaced the crystal, but the mana's draining away. What are we doing wrong?
So as to ward ourselves from the threat of deadly plague that poisons the air and land. Be vigilant, for these are
That was quite a ruckus you made 6 months ago, my dear. Nobody even noticed my new dress. Quite distressing.
I didn't even think of that. You see, I have orders from the prince.
Don't you have terribly important affairs of state, or perhaps personal business to attend to? My tailor will be here any minute, but I'd be happy to invite you to my parlor, say, next month.
Your heart invite you. He's very dangerous. Be careful around him. Never play cards with him. Not under any circumstance. I took the risk once and gambled half my fortune away
Damn
this Sunday
immigrants.
night.
Apparently, this is where the upper crust of Marcellan society gathers.
Who's that?
So how much is there? Will it last a week?
Excuse me. I'm looking for the refugee camp. Could you tell me where it is?
Refugee camp? Do I look like someone who gives a fig about such trifles?
My apologies, sir. I need directions. And you do work for the city, don't you?
As far as I know, the prince is yet to appoint someone to take charge of the refugees. Me, I'm in charge of the cisterns and that blasted aqueduct.
What could go wrong with that gigantic structure?
It's old and magical to boot. Few people even understand how it works. I thought this master who studied at the mage school would fix things. But that idiot Eugene hasn't been any help at all. It's been 8 days already. The reserves are running low. The cisterns will be empty in a week. What can that lazy bum be thinking? Yeah, that's Eugene. Guess someone will have to go to the first tower and see what's wrong.
What are you doing here? Why are the floors still dirty? It's not my fault, my lady. More of your excuses. There's no water in the well. Excuses? See for yourself. Liar. Just take a look. It's gone dry. Oh, you impudent.
They must have caught a traitor.
You've been to Upper Marcella? Pray tell, haven't you seen them?
What are you talking about? Who are you looking for?
4 green-feathered Illyrian chicks. They're hard to miss. Okay, it's a really stupid story. I promised to deliver these chicks to the royal kitchen, but my useless son dropped the chick's cage and now they've scattered all over Marcella.
Alas, it's quite likely the cats got them.
How can you say that? A single one of those chicks is worth more than a warhorse. I'll pay 50 gold pieces a head for those chicks if that's what it takes to get them back. I can't afford a breach of contract with the royal kitchen. My entire business depends on it.
They must have caught a traitor.
They should have gone after the bandits instead.
That's a lot of guards.
You, stay where you are. The way is open to Knights of the Guard only.
I was sent by Councillor Montier himself. Answer me, guard. What is going on?
The Guard's job is to catch pickpockets and keep the road clear of loiterers. I am a Knight of the Royal Guard. A search is underway. We received word that some traitors are holed up here. The same villains who conspired to attack the Batil gates. No one was found in the house or yard. I'm waiting on one more squad to report. They went to investigate the cellar. Strangely, I've had no word from them for quite a while.
And you're just standing there? Make haste, they might be in trouble.
Well, since the King's Counselor sent you, you may pass. My orders from the Legate of the Royal Guard, Horace, are to stay here.
What are you doing? Damn layabouts.
Horrific!
Where there's a key, it stands to reason there must be a door. A private study. What luxury.
Let's go take a look around. What are you fiddling with?
This cursed thing won't open.
Just press harder.
Not much. Papers, notes. Come on, come here, you bony bastard.